Hari Om. Now in continuation with the sutras, Patanjali is explaining the results of chanting of Om. It is already explained that it is to be chanted physically and mentally. So definitely there are two results of physical chanting and mental chanting also. That is explained in Sutra number 29. Tataha pratyak chetana adhigamaha api antaraya abhavasya. Again he is giving two results. One is pratyak chetana adhigamaha and antaraya abhavasya is the second one. First we will consider pratyak chetana adhigamaha as it is given in the first. Pratyak chetana is introversion of mind. Tataha means after chanting Om physically and mentally for a long time, uninterrupted way and with full faith, as already explained previously. So after such chanting, there is an introversion of mind. So mind starts going in. Normally mind is going out of our body. Mind is moving throughout the world, we can say. It can go anywhere and it can do anything there. So mental activities are known to everybody. But those are all external activities. Now by Om chanting, mind will not go out, but that will turn inside. So mind will go inside, inner and inner and inner. And that is what we expect in any meditation, you see. Meditation, we control the functions of mind and focus on a particular object. But by Om chanting, Om is an object only. And Om is representation of Ishvara. So it is inner journey. So the meaning of Tata Pratyak Chaitana Adhigama, the inner journey of mind will start. And definitely it will reach to the inner knowledge. Because the external journey gives the external knowledge. Inner journey will give the inner knowledge. The inner knowledge is of Atman and Paramatman, that is Purusha and Ishwar. The real knowledge. So Om chanting will definitely lead to the introversion and the inner knowledge, the real knowledge of Atman and Paramatman. And that is why normally Om chanting is used before any type of meditation. If you chant Om, maybe 5-10 minutes and then do the meditation, it will be much better than if you do it without Om chanting. So Om chanting definitely develops the introversion, which is very, very essential for any type of meditation. And further it leads to the inner and real knowledge that is there. The second part of the sutra, Api antaraya abhavascha. Api means also. The first result is there and also the second result also is there. That is why the Api word is used. Antaraya abhavascha. Antaraya means obstacles. And abhavascha means absence or overcoming. We can use by both the ways. That means Patanjali wants to say that Om chanting, as explained in earlier sutra, physically and mentally both, it will overcome the obstacles in the journey of yoga. Because Patanjali is explaining the journey of yoga from a common person to the Ishwar. This is the journey of yoga. So there are so many obstacles that are bound to come during the journey. And how to overcome the obstacles? That is a problem. The solution is already there. Chanting of Om will overcome all the obstacles. Because you see, when you are having a journey maybe with the car, and if there is some obstacle, immediately we stop. Try to overcome the obstacle. And if the obstacle is overcome, then only we can proceed to the journey. Otherwise our journey will be held up. Similarly, the journey of yoga also, it can be held up at these obstacles. If they are not overcome, journey will not proceed. So definitely there must be some solution to overcome the obstacles. That's why Patanjali is giving the solution first. And explanation afterwards. Now we say Om chanting will overcome all the obstacles and your journey will be very smooth, uninterrupted. And in the next sutra, he explains all these obstacles. That we'll see next time. Hare Om.